To national, state, and local officials, clergy, and partners in education who are present, thank you for supporting our graduate class. To colleges and universities and community agencies that have supported our multi-million-dollar class with scholarships and awards, we will never forget you. To the BTW Fame Foundation, thank you for being our voice, for serving as our advocates, and for all that you have done to help BTW rise above difficult circumstances. Please stand, Fame board members. BTW PTSA officers and members and President Ms. Jacqueline Lewis, you have treated every BTW student as your own. We applaud you for modeling parental engagement at its best. BTW alumni, please stand. Our new school will also be your new school. When the new BTW opens in 2023, welcome home. To the Senior Event Planning Committee, please stand. You planned an amazing prom, senior socials, and so many other milestone celebrations for this wonderful class. Thank you to Mr. Derek Montgomery and your team for your unwavering dedication and support with school production needs. We return to the stage again because of your commitment to serving others. Last and certainly not least, to our parents, grandparents, family members, supporters, the BTW administration, faculty, and staff, thank you. Graduates are going to thank you even more when they excel in college and career because you have prepared for them to achieve excellence in all things. Class of 2023, let's give these people a standing ovation. At this time, I request that you silence all electronic devices. Refrain from behaviors that will prevent family members from hearing all graduates' names. Avoid using noisemakers and horns that could impact small children and guests with medical conditions. And exit the facility and parking lot after commencement so that ASU has time to prepare for the next graduation. To our guests from out of town, welcome to Montgomery. Please reference your program for other acknowledgments. Without further ado, we present the class of 2023.
for Commencement 2023. Please remain standing. Mary Elise Thornton, a BTW alumna, will perform the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and white stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Please remain standing.
Let's take a moment to remember all of those who have fought and those who have lost their lives for us, fighting for our freedoms. We also reflect and remember those who have been impacted by violence in our nation and our world. Please pause for a moment of quiet reflection. Thank you. You may be seated. Good morning to the Booker T. Washington Magnet High School class of 2023, BTW faculty and staff, parents, grandparents, friends, and special guests. I am Amy Dennis, and I work to fight hunger and food insecurity across Alabama as a community engagement coordinator at the Montgomery Area Food Bank. I hold a Bachelor of Science in Social Work from the University of Montevallo. I also have a Master in Social Work from Samford University. I am invested in serving the Montgomery community, connecting individuals and families with programs and services to meet needs and provide opportunities for others to flourish. I serve on the BTW Fame Board to advocate for the interests of BTW students, ensuring they have access to enriching experiences. Most importantly, I am here before you today to represent the Booker T. Washington Magnet High School alumni as a proud graduate of the class of 2014 in the photography magnet. Thank you, Dr. Starks, for inviting me to be a part of today's ceremony. I'm honored to stand before you all on such a special day. To the class of 2023, today is your day. This day is a culmination of all your efforts, the trials, perseverance, and ultimate triumphs of completing your years of schooling. This is something to be proud of. Make sure you savor today. Not too long ago, I sat where you are. I had no idea of what my future looked like. I was trying my best to hold on to my days at BTW. My years at BTW hold some of my fondest memories. I learned about art and life, and I made some of my closest friends. I recognize and honor the unique experience I had as you have had as a student of Booker T. Washington Magnet High School. We had the rare opportunity to spend hours every day pursuing our passions, collaborating with our peers, and fostering creativity and critical thinking skills. To this day, I attribute BTW for my diverse skill set and ability to face obstacles with the mindset to overcome. My advice to you, the graduates of the class of 2023, is don't wait. You will face a lot of uncertainty in life, as I know you have faced in the past. My advice to you is to not sit in that uncertainty for too long. Move forward, work towards your dreams, do it afraid, do it when you're scared, do it now. You soon will join the ranks of BTW graduates, a talented group of individuals committed to making their world a better place. I challenge you to continue to pursue your passions, learn all you can, strive for excellence in all things. When you think you've learned it all, think again. There are always lessons to be learned and ways to improve yourselves and your abilities. In the midst of your journey, don't forget where you came from. It's easy to leave here today and watch BTW fade into the rear view. I challenge you to stay connected. As you transition from student to alumni, remember to speak highly and often about your experience at BTW. Advocate for the students that will come behind you. Invest in their journeys. Work hard to maintain your friendships with your classmates. Cheer each other on in all the good that is to come. Do it with joy. Allowing yourself to delight in life is what makes it so great. So while you're working hard on all your endeavors, try to find moments of light. Smile often and laugh hard. Help others along the way. I have no doubt in my mind that we will see great things out of each and every one of you. As you prepare to walk across the stage today, I'm happy to officially welcome you as alumni. Congratulations to the Booker T. Washington Magnet High School class of 2023. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Mia Johnston, and I have the honor to be Booker T. Washington's class of 2023 valedictorian. I want to start off by saying thank you to friends, family, Dr. Starks, BTW faculty and staff, MPS board members, FAME board members, and Superintendent Brown to coming to watch us graduate today. We did it! While starting my freshman year, I never thought this day would come. And it's finally here after surviving Conway's class, a global pandemic, online learning, and many years of hard work. I was talking to someone recently who said, I don't understand why kids are being called future leaders when they are leading now. When thinking of this year's graduating class, that statement remains true. Members of this class have helped put on dances, create volunteer opportunities, captain sport teams, host Turned Up Tuesdays, and come up with senior activities that everyone could participate in. At the beginning of this year, the senior class made a vow that we would do as much as we could throughout the year because of how much we missed out on throughout our whole high school career. So we came together and decided that we wanted to do things such as field day, a senior breakfast, and many more. Ms. Jordan and the senior parents said that they were willing to help, but we needed to raise money for all of these activities. And in the span of 4 days, this senior class was able to raise $15,000. This is just one of the many examples of how hard this class has worked to reach all of their goals. BTW has given us all the opportunity to grow and to figure out our goals for our future and how to reach them. Thank you to the school's administration, especially Dr. Starks, for helping to continue this amazing art program that many schools are not afforded. Even when photography was without a teacher at the beginning of this year, Dr. Starks stepped up and kept giving us assignments to help keep our skills up while they were searching for a new teacher. So thank you for everything you have done this year. Thank you to my mom and dad for pushing me because I would not be here today without that push. Thank you to my brother and sister for being my role models. My brother and sister graduated from BTW, and watching them flourish in life shows me just how many opportunities BTW has provided for my future. Thank you to the FAME board for providing funds to help students learn more about their art fields. Thank you to the academic teachers who help the students learn and have gotten us through this 4 years with an excellent education. Thank you to all the art teachers who have allowed us to flourish within our specialties and even let us experiment with other forms of art by letting us take electives. And finally, thank you to friends and family who have helped support this class and will continue to support us throughout our lives. BTW is a school that has set every graduate in this room up for success. Ever since elementary school, I knew I wanted to attend BTW for their arts program. Photography was my passion, and getting an entire class dedicated to my passion was a dream come true. Even though I enjoyed my 4 years in the photography magnet, the extracurriculars that I participated in with the law magnet made me realize just how much I loved government. I joined the Youth in Government Club because it sounded fun, and now it has helped me shape my goals for the future. So my advice is to always try new things because you never know what journey they will take you on. We are creative thinkers and leaders. I know everyone in this class will continue to flourish and really become excellence in all things. So congratulations, class of 2023.
Good morning, everyone.
My name is Anissa Hill, and today I've been bestowed the honor to introduce our commencement speaker as BTW's Great Class of 2023 Salutatorian. I have been in the law magnet all 4 years of my high school career. There I expanded my legal knowledge and completed a 15-page thesis paper. This magnet also awarded me the opportunity to participate in 2 internships, one with the Judge Frank M. Johnston Institute and another with the National Association of Legal Professionals. Through BTW's law program, I was also able to become the youngest person in Alabama to pass the ALP exam, making me an accredited legal professional. Thank you. I plan to utilize all the valuable lessons I learned at Booker T. Washington Magnet High School to help me prosper as I continue my academic career at the University of Alabama in Huntsville to major in business management with a concentration of human resources. I will now like to ask my family to stand as I accredit all of my accomplishments to them. Thank you for being my inspiration, my motivation, and my support system. To my mother and my siblings, thank you for help shaping me into the person I am today and encouraging me to follow BTW's motto to be excellent in all things. Now for our 2023 commencement speaker introduction. Montgomery County Board of Education officials, Dr. Melvin J. Brown, Dr. Quaisha Starks, commencement guests, and the class of 2023, it is an honor for me to present Booker T. Washington's 2023 commencement speaker, Jordan Forrest Jordan Hillary. Mr. Hillary, a native of Montgomery, Alabama, began his educational training in the Montgomery Public School System. Driven by excellence, Hillary is a 2012 graduate of Booker T. Washington. It was at BTW where he had the opportunity to tap into his inner creative abilities and experience an abundance of personal growth. With steadfast dedication and hard work, he graduated with numerous honors and an exceptional grade point average from one of the nation's top high schools, BTW. Fortunately, Mr. Hillary was able to reap the fruits of his labor by receiving an academic scholarship to Alabama State University in fall of 2012. Inspiring to be an educator at an early age, he had no doubt of his intended major. While enrolled, Hillary had the opportunity to serve in various student leadership capacities and roles. He quickly finished all the necessary requirements and components of the College of Education at ASU and graduated summa cum laude with a bachelor's degree in English education in 2016. In the fall of 2020, he graduated from the University of West Alabama with a master's in education degree in school counseling. Mr. Hillary is set to begin his doctoral journey in the fall of 2023 at Auburn University. Since graduating from college, Forrest Jordan Hillary has been employed by the Montgomery Public School System, serving Bellingraph Middle School and Park Crossing High School. Currently, he serves Jefferson Davis High School community as the Director of Guidance and School Counseling. Innovation and advocacy sit at the core of Mr. Hillary's professional endeavors. Referred to as a trendsetter by some and a change agent by others, Mr. Hillary has dedicated his life to service. Forrest Jordan Hillary divides his time between various hobbies and activities which include religious commitments and numerous community events. Mr. Hillary, we continue to congratulate you as you earn your doctorate. We are confident you will continue to achieve BTW's motto, excellence in all things. Class of 2023 and guests, I present to you our 2023 commencement speaker and BTW alumnus, Forrest Jordan Hillary.
Thank you so kindly. To our superintendent, Dr. Brown, our chief of staff, Ms. Wilson, to our associate superintendents and our MPS board members and the executive team of Montgomery Public Schools, thank you all so much for your steadfast dedication to the Montgomery Public School System and your leadership. To Dr. Starks, the fearless leader of Booker T. Washington Magnet High School, we thank you so much for your leadership over the years. And to my family, specifically my grandparents who have dedicated their lives, they sacrifice their flexibility and their freedom of their retirement to raise their child's child. That's something that they did not have to do, but from out of the kindness of their heart, they raised a little boy in Montgomery, Alabama by the name of Forrest, and I am forever indebted to you all as well. Class of 2023, I stand before you today not only as a professional school counselor, not only as a former school activities director, not only as a former middle school English teacher, not only as a graduate of the University of West Alabama or the Alabama State University, but I stand before you today in simplicity as an ambassador of excellence hailing from the prosperous future that you too will possess as a result of being the recipient of your Montgomery Public Schools high school diploma, specifically from Booker T. Washington Magnet High School. Allow me to clear up a popular misconception, because it is true, because I work with your age group on a daily basis. You all do get many things, your generation as a whole get many things with minimal effort. But you, ladies and gentlemen, have earned this diploma. And it's simple. You've earned this diploma because you understood the assignment. You see, 13 years ago, you started a quest at the hands of those who raised you because they understood that you were their assignment and they would in some shape, form, or fashion be assessed by your success. So they began the process to ensure that you had access to the best. And as you grew older, ladies and gentlemen, you too realized that you would have an assignment and that you would be assessed. And so in the midst of all that, I'm sure your first teenage love affair probably left you a little depressed, but you still held it together. Late night studying, arriving at that AP class in distress, but determined to pass that particular test. And so now your parents are officially impressed because you're dressed in these regal caps and gowns as a testament that, like them, you too understood the assignment. And allow me to stick a pin here because I know the road was a little rough, but the truth of the matter is that when it felt like your life was falling apart, everything was really just falling into place. But 23, you cannot live the remainder of your life celebrating this Lone Star victory of this particular assignment. For this assignment in its purest form is simply the foundation of the road ahead that we like to call life. You see, BTW has given you the film, but you must develop the photo. They've given you the canvas and the crayons, but you must create the artwork. They've given you the minor keys, but you must be committed to making the major change. They've given you the stage, but you are tasked with rendering a purposeful performance, because you do, ladies and gentlemen, have purpose. In fact, your life has too much purpose for you to be petty. The world has plenty of pitiful and petty people. We need courageous young men and women like yourselves who are not afraid to walk in their purpose. But in order to walk in your purpose, you must first foster a strong sense of self-identity. I encourage you all, take the first few weeks, the first few months, and even the first few years to figure out who you are. Consider for a moment your physical appearance when you began kindergarten. That kindergarten photo, probably no teeth, plaits in your hair. And then think about how you looked in 5th grade. I'm sure there was a visible difference. And although 5th and 6th grade may mirror, surely when you graduated from Baldwin or Floyd or whatever junior high or middle school you went to, that looks different than what you looked like in 5th grade. And then we don't even want to begin to look at what your freshman photos look like versus your senior photos with your long hair and your white chalk lines and your 30-inch bust-down wigs. That, ladies and gentlemen, is growth. And just like your physical appearance has evolved over time, so should your character. It should evolve over time, shaped by life's experiences and circumstances. Identity, in a nutshell, is partly your upbringing, partly your heritage, and from this point forward, it will be heavily influenced by the choices that you make in life. And every choice has a consequence. Whether it be good or bad, it has a consequence. And to be honest, that takes a little time to learn. But I want to encourage you today because you do have time. Regardless of what society tells you and the pressure that you feel from those around you, you do, ladies and gentlemen, have time. You see, what you are preparing to embark upon is American psychologist and professor Dr. Jeffrey Arnett has coined as emerging adulthood. And emerging adulthood, according to Dr. Arnett, falls between the age bracket of 18 to 25, and in some cases it can go all the way up until 29, hence the word emerging. Emerging defined as something growing in strength and popularity, and adulthood defined as something that is fully grown or mature. So here we are, we have this compound thought that seems complex because your mindset is beyond what it was as a kindergartner, but it's not quite where it should be to be a freshman in college or to be a senior in college. And let me warn you, because emerging adulthood has sticky situations. Let me make it plain for you. You will graduate today, but when you go home tonight, you will still have you because you are still in your parents' house. That is emerging adulthood. It gets a little sticky sometimes. It gets a little difficult. To my females, you're working real hard, and you realize that when you get your check, you don't have enough money for your lashes, lunch, and your lace front. You have to make choices. That's emerging adulthood. My fellas, you're out here hustling, you're working hard, and when you get your check, you realize you don't have enough for fresh cut, money to pick your little baby up, and a refreshing drink from Starbucks. Ladies and gentlemen, that is emerging adulthood, where you have to make choices. Choices come with consequences. This emerging adulthood, according to Dr. Arnett, is filled with excitement and uneasiness, wide open possibilities and confusion, new freedoms and new fears. Dr. Arnett suggests that emerging adulthood has 5 major characteristics which focus on instability, self-focus, identity, feeling in between, and a sense of possibilities. And I know words like instability and feeling in between may have provoked a little apprehension, but I want to provide a little roadside assistance to you for this journey. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, triple A. All right, so A1 is accountability. You must maintain personal accountability on this road ahead. Accountability, bored to the core, is simply taking responsibility for your actions. And as you take the next steps, you will begin to inherit responsibilities. And these are task-oriented things such as going to class, completing assignments, going to work, attending practice, meeting with your academic advisor, submitting excuses for your absences, whether they be at work or at school. These will become your responsibilities because they are tasks that must be done. Accountability is what happens after a situation has occurred. Let's take a look. Regardless of if you go to your 8 o'clock class in college or not, you will be held accountable for your grade. And so I implore each of you to please hold yourselves accountable in and out of season, because whether you know it or not, the world is going to hold you accountable for everything. And I'll pause right here to give you a cheat code. If you want to be successful in the accountability arena, 3 things that you need to do before I move on. Be punctual, be present, and be prepared. I'll say it one more time. As you go on this journey in accountability, if you want to be successful, please remember to always be punctual, on time, be present, be there, and be prepared. Know what's going on once you get there. Lest I hold you too long, A1 was accountability. A2, ladies and gentlemen, is accessibility. Accessibility. My family and I traveled out of town this past spring break, and when we arrived at our hotel, the hotel had 20 plus floors. And so I walked in and I headed to the check-in desk, and I'm welcomed by the young lady at the concierge desk, and we go through the formalities of checking in. She then passes me the swipe key to my hotel room, and she says, Mr. Hillary, your room is located on the 23rd floor. So I gather the family, and we get on the elevator, and when we get there, we meet other tourists. So because the elevator was already open with the other tourists, when we get on, they had already selected their floor, which was floor number 12, and they were very polite. They said, hey, what floor are you all going to? And so my aunt responded, and she said, 23rd, please. But when they pressed the button, the light turned red around the number 23. And so they pressed it again, and nothing happened. The light simply turned red. And so I took out my swipe key and I put it towards the key fob that's located in the elevator, and I pressed the number 23. And when I pressed the number 23, the light turned green and we were on our way up. What are you saying, Forrest? Yes, they had a key, but they did not have access to where we were going. And so it is in life, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone should not, will not, and cannot have access to where you are going. Everyone does not deserve access to you and your gift and your talent and your vibe and your intelligence or your energy. Some things, some places, some people, you have to learn how to stand flat foot, stick your chest out, and say, access denied. And that's a tough pill to swallow, because that's my best friend, that's my homeboy, that's my homegirl, and that's fine, but some people should only be graced with the opportunity to experience what you have, not granted an all-access pass. When too many people have access to something, the value of it decreases, the worth diminishes. Allow, ladies and gentlemen, your presence to be a prized possession and not a predictable pattern. Now that we have tackled accountability, that was A1, A2 was accessibility, two nouns dealing with the quality of the root word. The final A in our roadside assistance acronym is a verb, because it does no good to be all bark and no bite, to be all talk and no tackle. And so our final A, ladies and gentlemen, is ascend. That is your charge once you leave the Dunn Oliver Acadome. The word ascend derives from the Latin word ascenders, simply meaning to climb. And that is what each of you are destined to do, climb to the top. When a plane is on the runway preparing for departure, the pilot greets the passengers and notifies the flight attendants to prepare the cabin for departure. In their preparation, they walk through to make sure seat belts are fastened, all passengers are seated, and the cabin is fit for takeoff. Once they have cleared the cabin, the plane begins to increase in speed and ascend into the air. But what they failed to mention is that during the ascension, while we're going up on the plane, it gets a little rocky, it gets a little rough. It gets slightly turbulent, but that's okay, because that was the primary purpose of the final walkthrough by the flight attendants. And for the past few years, ladies and gentlemen, your teachers, your parents, and your relatives have been preparing you for the ascension that you will experience in the days and months and years to come. Because they knew, like the flight attendants, that the road on the way up may get a little bumpy. It may get a little shaky, but after you surpass the turbulent times, you will be able to glide gracefully through the air. And here's the catch to the climb as I prepare to take my seat. As you are climbing, you cannot worry about other people's flight. You cannot worry about other people's climb. You must focus on your rise. If you make a vow to climb to the best of your ability, then no one will be able to outdo you doing your best. As I leave you today, the year was 1967. It was 1967. In the year of 1967, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., 6 months before he was assassinated, spoke to a group of junior high students at Barrett Junior High in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, about their life's blueprint, and encouraged those students to rise above the civil and social unrest that was taking place during the time. He too, just as I have attempted to do today, encouraged them to be the best that they could be so that no man living, dead, or unborn could do it any better. He spoke confidently to them, and he said, if it falls your lot to be a street sweeper, sweep streets like Michelangelo painted pictures. Sweep streets like Beethoven composed music. Sweep streets like Leontine Price sang before the opera. Sweep streets like Shakespeare wrote poetry. Sweep streets so well that the host of heaven and earth will have to pause and say, here lived a great street sweeper who swept his job well. And then he goes on to say that if you can't be a pine at the top of the hill, then be a shrub down in the valley. Be the best little shrub on the side of the hill. He says, be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, then be a trail. If you can't be a sun, then be a star. For it isn't by size that you win or fail. Be the best of whatever you are. Booker T. Washington Magnet High School class of 2023, it is my honor to stand before you today and congratulate you on making it to this milestone, and I wish you the best on your future endeavors. Thank you.
Good morning. Dr. Starks, I have the honor to present to you 92 candidates for graduation of Booker T. Washington Magnet High School. I hereby certify that they have satisfactorily completed all the requirements prescribed by the Alabama State Department of Education and Montgomery Public Schools. We will begin with the dance magnet. Anika Barlow. Kinley Barnes. Madison Beckham. Alexandra Boswell. Sanaya Brown. Morgan Calhoun. Ania Clark. Nia Evans. Serena Heatley. Claudia Hines. Janaya Kennedy. Grace Lewis. Jordan McKeithen. McKinley McReynolds. Ariane Rollins. Lauren Rudolph. Alberta Schufert. Kaya Spence. Alyssa Taylor. Ciara Traylor. Next, from the musical theater magnet, Kennedy Anderson. McKenna Blazer. Jaden Boykins. Ashley Ford. Jordan Long. Morgan McKenzie. Madeline Millich. Adarius Snell. Mary Stevens. Marissa Stovall. Next is the photography magnet. Oluwaseyi Akatunde. Alina Anderson. Darlin Bravo. Alonzo Brown III. Mia Johnston. Lyric Perkins. Next up, we have the band magnet. Indigo Afandu. Kaylin Glover. Javon Griffin. Pearson Harris. Joseph Jackson. Joshua Robinson. Kelvin Sowers. Isaiah Thomas. Sophie Tillis. Timothy Tillman. Justin Walker. Kendall Williams. Next, we have the broadcast media magnet, Bryce Brown. Princess Flowers. Genesis Foster. Takayla London. Amy Luna Cruz. Melanie Mata. Mariana Saldana. Quan Vo. Jalen Willard. From the Choral Magnet, Marty Bain. Jada Barrow. Jamie Blakeney. Taylor Franklin. Maya Long. Jalea Searles. Amina Silv. Alyssa Thornton. Karanze Ward. Taryn Williams. Next, we have the Creative Writing Magnet, Kennedy Bibbins. Destiny Christian. Amaya Cleveland. Gabrielle Garrison. Jalea Gilmore. Chelsea Nichols. Nikira Reese. Joshua Stout. Next up is the Law Magnet, Kaylin Cook. Kaden Frazier. Anissa Hill. Latidra Petaway. Noah Staub. From the piano magnet, Sue Kim. Christopher Williams. From the strings magnet, Harrison Conley. Sadonna Kleinschmidt. From Tech Theater, Vanessa Bazile. And from Visual Arts, Tatiana Ashley. Michaela Ballard. Eva Habash. Sierra Lawrence. And Terrica Piner. Area Steele. Will Williams.
Montgomery County Board of Education, Dr. Melvin Brown, public officials, parents, guests, we present to you the BW graduating class of 2023. To the left.
when it was up there.